Hello, everybody. It's Empire 333 here, guys. I forgot to turn on the lights. I'll be right back. All right. All right, guys. So I'm going to do Venus retrograde. We're going to get it into astrology, all the retrograde, what's going on energetically, intuitive, and then I'm going to be getting into whoever is here into your energy. We're going to do a collective reading with tarot and oracle cards, okay? Intuitive messages, all right? So the first thing I want to talk about is the north node and the south node, okay? So I'm not going to get into the signs because some people believe in Western astrology, the tropical, and some people believe in the Eastern astrology, which is hi Stephen, how are you? Welcome. Good having you here. So we're going to do okay, so there's Eastern and Western astrology, right? So I'm not going to get into the specific signs that the North Node and the South Node is, but what I'm getting intuitively is that this is the time, the next 18 months, that people need to be in, like, there needs to be a balance of their physical reality and their spiritual reality, okay? So there needs to be balance. I'll give you an example. Like, if you're listening to your intuition and you're on a spiritual path, then you have to at the same time balance out your reality, right? Balance out like what your needs are, what your resources, what you need, like food, you need money, you need physicality, like you need to exercise, you need to have a healthy, foster a healthy lifestyle and like take care of your body, take care of whatever you need to take care of, right? So what I'm saying here is that a lot of you are going to be pushed into the balance of that. So, like, for example, if you're not spiritual, you're going to be focusing more on your spirituality every day. Like, you're going to have a spiritual ritual that you like create for yourself, because everything is connected, okay? So for those of you who haven't been focusing on your spirituality, you're gonna be pushed to focus on your spirituality. For others of you, if you're focusing too much on spirituality and you're kind of like in la la land, right? And you're not getting things done in your physical reality, like you're at a miserable job, you're not going for that job that you want, or you're not going for that love opportunities that you want. Like if you want a partner, you're just like, oh, you know what? If it's meant to be, God is going to bring us together, or, call it whatever you will. Some people call it the universe. Creator is going to bring us together. So I don't have to do anything. It's just going to fall in my lap. No. So the nodes now are moving so that you balance what is above, how they say what's above is below. Okay. So whatever that's going on in the ethers, for you to manifest it into your reality, into your existence. Okay. There needs to be a balance with that. And I'm seeing like the scales need to be perfectly balanced. And that's going to be really hard for some of us because sometimes, when you're focusing so much on your spirituality, you kind of are like, you're kind of like a dreamer, right? And it's good to be a dreamer, but what action are you taking in your physical reality to get there, right? Physically, I'm not talking about energetically. I'm not talking about, oh, I'm going to manifest this and I'm just doing affirmations and blah, blah, blah. No, this is calling you to do real work in your physical reality. Okay. What work are you doing? What steps are you taking to get wherever you want to get to? It's not just about energy anymore, guys, okay? There needs to be a balance of everything, okay? So I'm doing better, Stephen. Thank you. Hi, Karen. I'm in the United States too. Hi, Marie. So next thing we're going to talk about, okay, is so the balance of spirituality and your reality, right? Practicality, things like, taking care of the kids, taking care of work, or whatever you do every day. For everybody, it's different. But I want to talk about Venus retrograde because this is really important for everyone. Before we get into the full reading, collective, intuitive messages, Venus is really important, okay? And it's very important because Venus is considered the twin planet of Earth, okay? It is the closest twin to Earth, okay? So the energy of it is going to be felt with everybody, okay? So Venus is going into retrograde today, guys, and it will be in retrograde until September 4th, okay? The number 7 might be significant for some of you. So until September 4th, Venus will be in retrograde, okay? Now, Venus rules, okay, beauty. It rules love. It rules money, okay? Partnerships, any type of partnership, okay? Not only love, romantic, it's also, it could be friendship, and it could also be business partnerships, okay? People you work with, people you do business with, and so forth. First thing I want to say, this is me, guys, okay? Because this is what I believe in, okay? If you don't believe in it, don't go by it, but this is what I found. When Venus is in retrograde, anybody who wants to do any type of beauty procedures, okay, like cosmetic surgery, anything like that, try not to do it when Venus is in retrograde, okay? And the reason why, and I don't want to scare anybody because I know a lot of you, I don't want you to think of it as a scary thing, okay? Personally, me, if I had a cosmetic procedure, like even like a facial, right? Even like, how you go get a facial, or I don't know, you get a mole removed, whatever it is, guys. Or you get like, if you have, like you get laser, you have brown spots or whatever. If you do any of those things, okay, try to do it after Venus goes direct, okay, which is after September 4th. Okay, try to reschedule it just because it's not going to go as beautiful as it could go. Okay, aesthetics, it has to do with aesthetics, right? So thank you, Summer. I am feeling better. Thank you. So it's like, because of that, that's why I'm saying it, okay? So I just want to, like, I've said this before. I said it last year, I think, or the year before when it was in retrograde again. I told people that. And, if you have to do something that's a surgery that is medical, that's okay. But I'm talking about aesthetic wise, beauty wise, right? So, or like, for example, I'll tell you another thing. For example, if you haven't gotten a haircut, right? If you haven't gotten your hair dyed or your hair cut for a long time, and you're like, I want to try something new, I want to look different, right? And you do it during Venus retrograde, it might not turn good, okay? You might not turn the way you want it to look like, right? And you're going to be pushed. You're going to want to change. During Venus retrograde, everyone wants to look better. Okay. It's kind of like a catch-22, right? It's like Venus, all of a sudden, everybody's like, you know what? I want a new hair color. I want to go to the gym. I want to do, fitness. I want to do, I don't know, spinning. I want to do yoga. I want to do, whatever it is, right? It's going to push you to do things to make you look better or make you feel better about yourself, right? So that's another thing. The other thing is love, okay? Love. I'm just going to go into romance right now. For some of you, okay, you might get your soulmate from the past coming back, right? And it's usually people you have unfinished business with, right? So let's say you and someone else, you and your partner, your significant other, or someone who you know was your soulmate might come back around for you to heal, okay? It doesn't mean that you will stay with this person. It could be if you heal whatever needs to be healed in your relationship with this person, right? It's kind of like giving a chance for it to heal. But healing doesn't necessarily mean we're going to stay together. It could be, okay? So it depends on, your situation. It depends on what you have with that person, but it has a lot to do with unfinished business, right? And it's even stronger than Mercury. You know how Mercury goes into retrograde, everybody's like, oh, the ex is going to come back and all that stuff. The ex might, Venus is more significant with that happening than Mercury retrograde, okay? Venus being in retrograde. So if you have unfinished business with people, a romantic partner, it could be a friendship that kind of went, you guys, there's a distance between you two, or you guys are mad at each other, or you both not on the same page anymore. It could even do, what else? Okay, wait. Yeah, love. Okay. And then the other thing is, that needing to pay attention to the patterns you keep repeating with people. Okay, this is coming up really strong. I'll get into it in the reading, but that is very significant. The other thing is money. Okay, how you make money, how you spend money, how you do investments. Venus rules money. Okay, I know a lot of astrologers out there talk about Jupiter and all that stuff. And Jupiter, yes, Jupiter does help with money, blessings, abundance. It has to do with expansion, your spiritual expansion here, okay? Because Jupiter is like a teacher, right? But Venus, since Venus is closer to Earth, is the twin planet, I believe Venus is stronger in energy when it has to do with money, guys, okay? So you're going to be having to look at all these aspects of your life. You might be triggered, okay? And the reason why you're going to be triggered is that because Venus is giving you an opportunity to really heal those aspects of your life. Oh, thank you so much, Summer. I really appreciate that. Thank you. That's so generous of you. I appreciate your super chat. Oh, that really touched me. Thank you for being me. Oh, that really touched me. Thank you. So yeah, guys, all these things will be affected, and it's kind of like Venus is, in retrograde, is asking you to look at those aspects of your life, because after it goes direct, it's like you're going to be ready. You're going to know what you want. Some of you are confused about like your job, your career, all that stuff. And it's like, you're going to have to look at it. So it's a time of reflection during Venus retrograde. Okay. So it's a time to reflect all aspects of your life. Okay. How you love yourself too. It's not only about loving other people, it's how you love yourself and how you become an example of the love that you want to receive. Okay. This is about really high, it's feminine energy, right? But I'm not talking about feminine in a sense of like, I think that some people really get the whole aspect of feminine and masculine as passive and aggressive. It's not really just that, guys. There needs to be a balance of, you can't be passive, right? You need to know when to be assertive. I shouldn't say aggressive, because some people do see masculine energy as aggressive, okay? And I just think that there needs to be a fine line between like the most aggressive and the passive. There needs to be that gray area, okay? And so we're going to be asked to really reflect on the relationship patterns that we are repeating, okay? let's see. I'm going to get into Oracle deck here. So, and let me know if you guys have any questions about the astrology, the energy update. I know that there's so many planets going in that are in retrograde right now. There's Saturn is in retrograde, okay? There is Summer. Are you guys getting all the numbers? Like, I'm getting so many numbers all day. It's like every time I look at the clock or I look at anything, it could even be like for example, like the barcodes, like the barcodes on like boxes. Like, I'm just like, what is going on? I was looking at my water bottle like the other day. Like, I don't look at the codes, and it said 1111. I'm like, what is going on? But yeah. So let's pull some cards. Yeah. Love begins. So I'm seeing the rainbow here, guys, and the rainbow always pops up after, there's a lot of rain. So some of you, I feel like you're having a, okay, I heard breakdown. So some of you might have had an emotional breakdown as to like, why am I alone, or why things don't work out, for me. See, we got another rainbow here, right? Hi, Stephanie. So what's happening here is that some of you feel like, this is what I want to say. Like, there's extreme energy, right? Some of you feel that if you follow your spirituality, then that means you're not going to have a love life. Or if you follow your spirituality, it means, you're going to be poor, or like stuff like that. That's what I'm picking up. But you see how, and also the balance of, like I said, the ego and spirituality. So look at this guy here. So he looks like a shaman. He totally has shaman vibes right here. And this is the lion, right? So the lion can represent ego. This is 8, right? And next month is Lionsgate, right? So it's like, some of you think that, but it's actually the opposite. The more you get into spirituality, the more you understand why your relationships are, why you pick those patterns of relationships to learn your lessons and move through the karma. Okay, because some of you feel like you've been punished through your, especially romantic relationships with people. Okay. And you feel like you've lost. You know that song by Rihanna? I can't like that song. I'm like, what is it? Love and You Lost. What is it called? I forgot what it's called. Love and You Lost, or something like that. So it's like you feel like you lost because a relationship doesn't happen. And Spirit is asking you to look at it from a higher perspective, okay? That you need to stand in your power. The number 87 or 78 might be significant to you, okay? This is about you standing in your power and really standing for your truth, like what you believe in. What are your morals when it comes to relationships, right? And reflecting on the relationships you've had and seeing have I stood by my morals? Have I stood my real boundaries of what I want a connection? Or did I just let the other person control the dynamic of the relationship, where it was going, and so forth? Okay. So that is going to be really important at this time. Rest is going to be really important. So when I say rest, this means don't jump from one connection to another. I know that what happens is that we all feel like this, right? You get out of a connection, you're like, okay, I'm ready for new, and I want somebody to, to love me. I want to love someone. I want I want this connection. I want touch. I want, kisses, whatever it is that you want. Okay. I want a hug every day. Whatever it is that you want from a relationship, right? And we tend to like forge into new relationships, or we were like, okay, let me start dating or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. But the point is that you need to reflect on those patterns, because when Venus especially is in retrograde, Venus is going to show you, like, straight blank, going to show you, like, whatever your name is, Jackie, okay? You need to look, like, let's say Jackie is dating a new guy, right? Or talking to a new guy. And something comes up and she's like, uh-oh, like, this looks like my past person. This is starting to smell weird, right? Like, whatever it is, right? And so Jackie's going to be like, okay, well, I don't want it to be like the past one, right? I don't want to repeat this pattern. So you're really going to Venus is really going to push you into going within and making sure you don't repeat the same pattern, and then you don't say, oh no, I lost this because of that. Hi, Grail. How are you? Yeah, so feeling like this, emotional loss, right? And then becoming depressed over it. So guys, pay attention to your patterns that you keep repeating, okay? Spirit does not, 88 might be significant. Spirit, oh my God, I'm getting 99. 5445. That is crazy. So, Spirit does not want you to keep going into connections, talking to people, and then like you're like, uh-oh, my emotions are getting hurt, I'm going to come back out. Okay, that's your ego telling you that we're just trying to show you so that the pattern is not repeated. Not that, okay, it's not going to work out with that person. So it's, pay attention to the energy of how you feel, right? Because you're going to get like a wake-up call, like a light is going to go off and be like, uh-oh, this smells like the past, right? I can't do this. They're doing the same thing my ex was doing, that kind of thing. So Spirit doesn't want you to like open up your emotions, close them back up, open it, close. That's not the point of it. The point is to pay attention to what you're doing, okay? Don't return back to the feelings of the past through another person, right? I'm going to say that again. Don't return back to the past through the feelings of the past, through the energy of the past, through the patterns of the past that you had with somebody else, with a new person, okay? Thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling better. I'm happy I'm feeling better. I started doing physical therapy, so that's really helping. Okay. So, okay. And now 66. Okay. So now this is about moving on from the past. Okay. Oh, another thing I wanted to say about Venus retrograde. Venus retrograde can bring people that you have not even been with in this lifetime. So it could bring you from like a past lifetime where you have, love with somebody or karma with someone, like a soulmate from another lifetime that you have not met in this lifetime. Okay. So it's not only about exes. I don't know if you want your ex or you want somebody new right now, but this is something that is just, new beginnings. Look, new beginnings. Okay. Definitely there are new beginnings. Love begins, new beginnings. Okay. But listen, guys, I just want you to know I know that there's a lot of couples online on social media that some of you might watch. I don't really watch it, but I see other people sharing it. So there's like couples or there's families who have channels or they have other platforms like on IG or whatever, TikTok, wherever it is. And they make everything look so lovey-dovey or funny or whatever. And, you know, I'm sure that these people do have lovey-dovey moments and they have, you know, like fun together, whatever it is. But that is not how real relationships work. Okay. Real relationships take a lot of work and has a lot to do with taking risks. Okay. So it's kind of like the Fool card here. You know, you're going to take a risk with every single connection. I hope you all understand that, because regardless, if it doesn't flow, it doesn't mean that it's not going to work. Okay. Some of us, we just get, you know, we just want everything to just come together in a loving, beautiful, you know, rainbows and butterflies way. And it doesn't work like that always, right? Sometimes you get the rainbows and butterflies and then you get into a connection and it turns into hell, right? Then it turns into like freaking, I don't know, snakes everywhere, you know, whatever it is. Okay. No hate to the snakes. Okay. No hate to the snakes. They're beautiful creatures. I'm just saying, you know, the way people view it. Okay. So definitely there are going to be, for some of you, you're going to make new friends. Okay. For some of you, you're going to change your jobs, or new coworkers are coming on the team. Okay. People you're going to work with. So that is really good. And Spirit's asking you here to pay attention to your intuition when you meet these people, right? Some of you will be reuniting with people from your soul tribe, which is great. Okay. Thank you all for hitting the like button. I really appreciate it, guys. I don't know what's going on with the algorithms. Okay. But I guess a lot of channels are being affected in the tarot community and in like anything like what they consider is new age. So I appreciate you all commenting, liking, and subscribing to my new subscribers. Okay. So this is about action forward, the crown chakra and the solar plexus. This is about action forward. So you know what I just heard, guys? Some of you could have been dealing with narcissists in your past. People, you know, and narcissist is a big word for me. So, you know, if you don't know what it is, you can look it up. Okay. Google it. But this is about people dealing with narcissists and having somebody control everything in your relationship. So Spirit really wants you to enable like healthy patterns of relationships. Okay. And this is also about you taking action, right? This is where your masculine energy comes forward. Okay. So it's like you're getting the communication, from the cosmos, from the divine, whoever, and then you are making the move. So this is about steps going forward. Okay. And this is mastery. We have the number 33 here. Okay. That's what it is, 33. Okay. So let's see what else Spirit has to say. Oh, and this also money patterns is coming up. Okay. You have it retrograde in your natal chart. Do you mean Venus? Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Yeah, if you know your chart, like you won't be as surprised when things, you know, transits come along. But yeah, okay guys, look at this, how this is repeating itself. 7 and 3 equals 10. 7 and 3. You see that? So this is about you being honest with yourself when it comes to any type of relationships, okay? And this has to do with not hurting yourself anymore. Some of you have vowed not to hurt yourself anymore, okay? And you're doing really well. So just remember that when somebody new comes along, you're talking to somebody new romantically or whatever, notice how you feel. This is what I wanted to say about narcissists. Thank you. I just remembered it. If you get, okay, besides being nervous, let's say you go on a date with somebody and you're nervous. That's okay. That's normal, right? Because, like, let's say you haven't been in the dating scene for a long time and you've been, either really single or you've been out of a long-term relationship and you want to talk to people or date people, whatever. It's okay to be nervous. But if you keep going out with somebody or seeing someone and there are like butterflies in your stomach or you have this like weird feeling, that is a message. Okay, it could be a mess. It could be a red flag, guys. Okay, so pay attention to how your body's responding to people energetically. Make sure those good manners and good mood don't wear off. Are you telling me, Steven? All right. So guys, do you want a feminine and masculine reading, like with predictions, or what do you guys want? Do you guys want that? With like intuitive messages, what's coming in, predictions. Is that good for you? Okay, let's do that. Let us do that. All right, let me get one of my other decks. All right, let me clear this. What should I get? Let me see. Oh, I like the Tarot of Dreams. Let me do the Tarot of Dreams. Hold on, guys. Let me get a water real quick. I'm saying if it's hugs, thank you, Lola. Same goes back to you. Energy hugs. Thank you. I'm saying if it's healed in arguments, nobody should have to deal with that. Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree. I agree with you, Stephen. Yeah, I think that communications is really an art in relationships because if two people are not telling each other, they're not being frank with each other and not telling each other how they feel, then it's going to be hard. And it really takes, I have to say, the problem is with men that, not that men are the problem. That's not what I want to say. Men are not taught to voice their emotions. Most men are not taught to do that. So it's kind of like from a female standpoint, it gets tiring if a man is not doing that, and you gotta pull like words from his mouth, or you gotta guess. That is a really hard energy to be in, to have like, okay, what is he thinking? What is he feeling? Whatever, especially for someone who is not intuitive. But even if you are intuitive, it gets old, right? Especially if we remind someone or of someone else. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that would be a trigger, Stephen. That would be a trigger. So if you remind someone of someone else, that's a trigger for them, and vice versa. So yeah, that's what I was saying. So when Venus goes into retrograde, some people are going to be triggered. Okay, that could be a trigger. It could also be like if if this person, I'll just give you an example. It could be something simple that's going to trigger you to a memory. So it could be like and you have to realize some people literally have PTSD, from their past relationships, right? So it's going to be like, let's just say, I'll give you an example. This is a great example. Okay. If you are with anybody who was kind of like wishy-washy, in a sense where like they didn't call you every day consistently during the relationship you had with them, like they didn't, call you like all the time and be like, happy morning. What am I saying? Good morning, grand rising, or good night, or how's your day? Like if you don't get that consistently, for example, right? And you had a hard connection with someone, and then this new person you talk to, you notice, this person's not doing that anymore. It's going to trigger you. You're going to be like, oh no, is that person like the past person? So that's going to hit a trigger. Then it's going to open up the can of worms. Okay. Pandora's box of the past that you had with somebody else, which could be very painful. Right. But Spirit is saying here, just pay attention and let the person know that, hey, be straightforward, be frank, like, listen, and I'm not telling you to open up your heart to this person, you guys, don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you to like open up your whole everything, how you feel for them, whatever. No, you could just let that person know that, is this how you normally are? Ask them, is this how you normally are? Is this how and let them know that you don't like that. Okay. Because that takes a lot of courage to tell people like, hey, I don't like when you're not being consistent. I don't like when you're not, what I like is this, right? And this person might be like, oh yeah, that's right. Maybe I didn't even realize I was doing that. It could be something simple like that. Or it could be literally that, it's coming back around, guys, because Spirit doesn't want you to do it. Do you ever feel like you date the same type of men? If you date men, or you feel like the same type of woman comes along, it's the same scenario. You're like, what is going on here? It's because you're supposed to learn that lesson. If you haven't learned that lesson, you'll get the same people in different bodies. That's it. Same people, same patterns, different bodies. Okay. That's what happens, unfortunately. Okay. So I'm going to pick up on what is coming in for my feminines and then what is coming in for my masculines. Like I'm going to see what the energy is like. Okay. So first we'll do this, the feminine energy. Okay. Feminine energy. What does the feminine energy need to know, Spirit? Ooh, I like this. All right. The Ace of Pentacles. I just heard Paramore. That is a band. Okay, so I don't know if somebody here likes Paramore. Okay. Ooh. So, wow. okay, I can't hold up this card. Okay, this is the Star Aquarius energy with the Six of Cups. Okay, guys, the Six of Cups looks a little different in this Tarot of Dreams deck, but this is about like wishing a soulmate, like the perfect soulmate would come along and that kind of feeling. So you're in that energy where it's like you want to be courted, you know? Yeah, they're pretty cool. Paramore is pretty cool. And this it's coming up again, guys, because this is a risk. This is the risk card. The Fool takes a risk, right? And some of you might feel like, oh no, I have to start all over again. You have to be like in that energy where, oh man, I don't want to meet, like, you know, the whole energy of like meeting someone new. Because what happens is if you're in a connection for a long time, like a long-term connection, you're just in your comfort zone, right? The person knows you, you know them, you know, if you were intimate, let's just say they know everything, how you look, you know, with their clothes off, whatever, right? So, oh, really? Yeah, I don't know if they have any new albums now, do they? So this is about karma turning into your favor. Okay, this is the Wheel of Fortune, because some of you are like, you know what, maybe commitment is not in the cards for me, maybe marriage is not in the cards for me, but Spirit's here to remind you that a lot of things are fated. Okay, they're written in the stars, right? But because it's been delayed coming to you, because things are moving slow, you're kind of questioning it. You know what I mean? So like, let's say you're like dating different people and you're like, oh, this one didn't work, that one didn't work, and this person's weird and all that stuff, right? So this is just saying that I have to say, so because Saturn is in retrograde, and Saturn really, guys, it also has a lot to do with who you marry. I know Saturn doesn't get credit for that, right? But Saturn is like home, service, marriage, like things that are long term, right? So this is about you and not paying attention to the time it's taking, but focusing on the patterns, right? And I know I'm like, you're like, why you keep repeating that? Because it does. Because if you don't pay attention to your patterns, this is about acceptance, right, guys? This is not about, the last person I was with was a total jerk. Okay, true. They could have been a total douchebag or whatever. But this is about you accepting that you had a part in a connection not being successful or not, turning into something that is long term. Okay. Because most of my people here watching, most of the people I do personal readings with and coaching with, all of you want long-term commitments, okay? Whatever it is to you. Maybe you don't want marriage, but you all want something real. Like you want real relationships. I've probably only gotten maybe once or twice. Yeah. Once or twice literally twice. And I remember exactly who they were because there's some people that just like, oh, I just want to enjoy my time now, or I just want to enjoy this person's money. This person is, taking good care of me, and that's it. Like I just want I don't know what you call that anymore. Friends with benefits or whatever it is, okay? That is very rare. So here what you know, the intuitive messages that I'm picking up on is that it's going to take time to get there. Okay. It's okay if things move slow. It's okay to be uncertain. You know, some of us think like, see, this is on the opposite side of one another, the Ace of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles, which is a very slow moving knight. Okay. So in order to get something big and stable, it's going to take some time to get there. It has to also do with what you're investing. So some of you also, if you're investing into a connection, like a new connection, Spirit is asking you to take a step back and look at what you're doing again. Some of you who are like really good givers, like you give everything like off the bat, you know, you're 100 in the beginning of a connection. I just saw an Aries sign. I don't know what that has to do. That could be significance for someone, and a Taurus. But yeah. Look at that. King of Pentacles and the Magician card. Okay. So this is like about the commitment you want, something solid in reality. Okay. Investment, resources, what somebody is putting in, and also energetically. Okay. Because we have the Magician card. So this is about, like I said, as above, so below. It's the same kind of thing. So some of you, you want somebody who is spiritual. Okay. You want somebody who's spiritual, just as you are. And I feel like a lot of you have been with people who are not, and you've stayed with people and been possibly like lying to yourself, like it would work. Okay. People need to respect each other's spirituality, right? You need compatibility also when it comes to a relationship, right? So let's see. Okay. Oh, let me see what's coming in for my feminines. Okay. Let me see what else is coming in. What action is coming in for my feminines? All right. Ooh. Okay. This is interesting. I like this. See, some of you, you're moving on from the past, okay? And I feel like you, because you're learning lessons, this is the Hierophant card, okay? Because a lot of you want that commitment. So whatever that is to you, whatever the Hierophant means to you, okay? But a lot of you, what you're not seeing is that you might have your walls up from the previous stuff, okay? Some of you are tired. You're coming out of some toxicity, some unhealthy vibrations. This is devil energy with the 9 of Wands. But you are healing those wounds as you are going into, like, a lot of you, you're going to have an opportunity with somebody. Somebody's coming in. Okay. And I'm seeing the letter H. That might be significant. Okay. 10 of Cups. This is about future emotional collective happiness, right? You're going to have a chance to do that. Okay. That's what's coming in for you. What else is coming in? What do they need to know? The Sun. And it's with the soulmate. Okay. So I feel like if you are in the dark about what it is you have to do to attract better connections, or to have connections grow the way you want to, it's going to be shown to you. Okay. Because I know that your ego is going to be like, you're perfect. You are, there's nothing you got to change about yourself. We all got to change. I don't care how evolved you are, whatever. I don't care. You could be like, people can call you a saint, right? And you still have work to do. Okay. When it comes to building a successful partnership, a loving partnership. Okay. So you're going to have the opportunity. I do see in Leo season, especially, a lot of you are going to connect with someone. I am seeing that in Leo season. Okay. So depending on Leo season is different for Western and Eastern astrology. Okay. So it could be anywhere. I mean, some people think we're in Leo season starting tomorrow, right? Is it the 23rd? Is it the 23rd? I know Grill would know. Yes, we're in it, right? Yeah. So it started today, right, Grill, or tomorrow? Oh, 21st. Okay, yeah. So some people think Leo season, Western astrology, tropical, has already started, guys. Okay, but according to Eastern Vedic astrology, it doesn't start till the next month, which is August 7th. It starts in August 17th, I believe, for Eastern. Okay. So this Leo season, for some of you, you're going to meet somebody new. Okay. I don't see reconciliation here, but I can check again. Let me just confirm, because I see a lot of you meeting new people. Okay. Yeah, we got the 6 of Cups. So it could be, for some of you, it could be people from the past, okay, or it could be friends, people you are platonic with. It could be coworkers or whoever it is that you haven't connected to on a romantic scale. It could be like friends, like I said, or like acquaintances, coworkers, people you work with before, whatever. It could be that it's those people you reconcile with on a romantic level this time. Okay, so if you got like feelings for friends or something like that, or it could be somebody completely new. Okay, but whoever it is, spirit wants you to mingle. Okay, and if you put out, I want to say this because I feel like somebody did, if you put out there like to your spirit guides or whoever you believe in, right, God, you prayed, you're like, just send me somebody perfect for me. I don't want to waste my time with blah blah blah, whatever. It's like they want to tell you it's never a waste of time if you're learning. Okay, so some of you might go through people just so you're like navigating the patterns you're repeating, so you know better this time, right? Just like as a test, like, you know, I have to say, spirit really sits at a round table. I want to do like round table discussions on here. I was going to do that this time, but like there was too much like astrology stuff going on. And I wanted to like tell you guys the way spirit like thinks, you know, because they kind of give you like, sometimes they give you like a test, and it's not a test because it's not a test to like, you know, piss you off, guys. It's like a test where it's like, let me see if, you know, I'm going to use Jackie again. Let me see if Jackie is going to get that thing that she keeps repeating with people. So I'm going to have this man, I'm going to connect her with a man, for example. It could be vice versa, guys. Okay. So don't take the gender stuff seriously, or whatever you like. I'm going to give them a test to see like, oh, is Jackie going to repeat the same pattern? Because we have, you know, this perfect person right here for Jackie, but we have to be sure, is Jackie ready for him? You know, so you might have like this like annoying encounter with somebody else, but they just want you to practice. They want you to practice, right? You know that saying, practice makes perfect. Okay. I know some of you are like, oh, you know, spirit, stop it. Yeah. That's really hard to do. That's brave of you. Okay. She said, I try to stay open to opportunities because of that, though I'm not always sure it's the person. That's true. None of us want to waste time, I think, right? None of us want to waste time and, you know, We want to just like the one, the person that's going to be the one. But let me tell you something. As far as I know intuitively, and you have, your soul signs you up with stuff that you don't like. Okay, I'm going to be real with you, everybody. I'm going to be real with all of you. Sometimes your soul signs you up for things, like you have contracts with certain people that you're like, what the heck was my soul thinking? What the heck was I thinking when I was, before I reincarnated? What was I thinking? Right? You're not going to like a lot of the things your soul signed up for, because once you realize them, the truth, because not everybody's ready for the truth. And when you realize it, you're just like, why did I do that? You will question it. Okay. And I'll tell you what that is. Some of you have put contracts together with certain people. Like, I'm going to say married to this person for 10 years. Okay. And it's like, it's a hard, marriage or relationship for 10 years. That's a long time, right? And you might be blaming yourself. Like, why did it take me so long to, learn my lesson with this person? Why did it take me so long to, get out of that relationship? I wasn't even happy. Why did I stay? Why was I so comfortable? It was just an attachment. Why did I let them do this to me and all that stuff? Keep questioning yourself, shaming yourself, maybe for some of you, which is like not good, guys, but it's like, you made that contract. Your soul made that contract. I know the person you are is like, what the heck? So yeah, a lot of you, could be mad at yourselves, but it's not you, it's your soul. And some of you might think like, I already learned that lesson, or I should have known 1 year into the connection or 6 months into the connection, blah, blah, blah. Your soul planned it all out, honey. Your soul planned it all out. So I know some of you could be, questioning it, and you're not happy about it. But I'll just want to let you know your soul planned it. So don't be rough with yourself, okay? Yeah, I want to show you this card because that's what it's talking about. Death and rebirth. You planned it like that, okay? So let's get into masculine energy. Oh, wow. Wow. All right. Okay. You know what I just heard? The masculine is as scared as the feminine, but they don't show it. Okay. So the masculine collective is at, in the Two of Swords energy. Like, should I, shouldn't I? Should I, shouldn't I? And this has to do with communication. Okay. Clarity. Should I tell this person that I want to invest in them? Should I invest in this? Should I tell them that I have, for some of you, you might have a person in mind that is not being communicative right now. Okay. So whoever this person is, they're taking their time. I do feel like they are thinking about investment because we got the 10 of coins. This is really interesting because the feminine is like 10 of cups and the masculine is 10 of coins, because that's how it is. The energies think differently, right? The masculine is thinking, should I invest time with the feminine? Is the feminine going to leave me one day? Is the feminine going to abandon me if I invest in this? Is this going to be long term? Is it going to be worth it? Is it going to, are we going to have, family together or share family, share resources? How would it be? There's a lot of questions about, there's a pause in the masculine energy, okay? But the masculine does feel this. This is the Two of Cups. They feel like you're someone special. They feel a soul union with you. And it's kind of like energetically, I feel like they're working on themselves. I do see healing here. What do they want me to look at? Oh, okay. Yeah. They don't. Okay. This is what I want to say. Some of you, the masculine energy is not saying anything because they want to be clear with you. They want to be straightforward and honest with you. So they want to be sure before they have any kind of communication. Okay. To anybody who's wondering. All right. And they don't want you to take advantage of them. So some of you are probably like, I don't take advantage, this and that. But it's like they want to be sure. Look at the Empress. You are definitely on their mind. You're in their energy, okay? If you're talking to someone right now, or you will be talking to someone, guys, this could be somebody new, okay? We got 2 more months, right? We got until September that Venus is in retrograde. Yeah, for sure. I'm dealing with someone like that. I'm sure he's into me, but yeah. Yeah, for sure. See, you guys have to realize that for men especially, it's hard for them to, or whoever the masculine energy is, right? It's hard for them to express how they feel verbally, right? That's a great idea, Stephen. But I totally agree with you. But even if you say that, to like, even if you say friends first, which I think is a great idea, some men find it awkward too, to be friends first and completely like take out the whole attraction scenario, if that makes sense. Hi, Sunny Days. I am. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well too. I feel much better. I'm getting physical therapy. I know, that's what it is. It's that sexual tension that is kind of hard to balance out and navigate through. If you're like, okay, we're just friends, and then it's like, okay, well, if I'm attracted to you and you're attracted to me, it's hard not to control it. I just feel like, yeah, it's hard to control it too, possibly on both ends, but it just gets weird. And when you say friends first, Steven, I feel like some people take it as, not everybody, but some people can take it as friends with benefits. So you don't want to be in that category either. Most people don't want to be in that category, right? Like, okay, we're just friends, but don't categorize it. Just let it unfold naturally. I would love that. But some people love categories. I mean, look at here, we're on YouTube, right? So it's like, for example, I talk mostly, my channel turned into like love relationship stuff, right? I love to talk about everything else, but most people just want to hear the romance aspect, like the relationship aspect and that kind of stuff, right? Not all life stuff, but everybody's in, like, unfortunately, the way we're at is like everything is a label or category, even though, yeah, like I don't like it either, but it's like we have to be in that, So I think it's good for some people, I will say, to say friends first, okay? Especially if you're nervous and you just don't want to cause awkwardness, because not everybody knows how to date, you guys. Some people are in long-term connections for a long time, and it's like I don't think I'm a great dater, for example. I wouldn't be a great dater. I don't think I would be. I think I would be like so lost. Because like if you're in the type of person who's in long-term relationships, being dating is hard. Dating is like an art, I think, right? Because sometimes I hear stories about like online dating, especially. It's not easy because you're just like, okay, it's, I don't know. I think there's a lot of ways to meet somebody, but I just feel like a lot has changed. I think needed about what they want. Otherwise, things get left in the air and someone can get hurt. That is very true. I agree with you. I think that not everybody knows what they want. That's the problem. You got to know what you want and you got to express what you want, okay? Because that takes courage too. And I think that some people are like, oh, let me see how it goes. Let me go on there and see how it goes. Like, for example, online dating, or somebody is like convinced, like, let's say you're being hooked up, like your friends, like, hey, I have someone for you. I think they're great. And you and them would be great together, for example, and you're not really into it, but your friend kind of like convinces you and you're not even thinking about like, do I really want this? What do you want? Some people don't take the time to talk to themselves. That's what I want to say, I think, right? But if everybody was straightforward and honest, that would really help people not get hurt. I agree with you. Okay. So let's see. What is masculine's next actions? Ooh, the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Swords. I like this energy. It's like fiery energy. But I have to say that I just heard they want to get to know you better. Okay, so the masculine energy wants to get to the feminine energy, know them better. Ooh, Ace of Coins. Look what I said. Before they invest in something, okay, they want all. Okay, you guys, I just heard something. I heard background check. So some of you, the masculine is questioning your authenticity, is what I just heard. Okay. So maybe you're that person that someone thinks is too good to be true. Has that ever happened to you guys? Like they think that you're a fake because you're too good to be true. Has that ever happened to you? Like, are you for real? I've had it happen to me. I've had a guy ask me, like, are you for real? Or like, what's like, are you hiding something? You know? Yeah, that doesn't go good with men, Grail. A lot of men, if you tell them you want to talk about something, they run. They get so freaked out. Actually, I asked a man recently. He's my old neighbor. I mean, we're perfect. We're just neighbors, guys. Like very strictly platonic. I consider him like a friend, a good friend. And I asked him. I don't know what I was trying to tell him. And we just text unless we're like face to face, right? And I asked him. He asked me about something. I said, you know what? It's too long to text. If you want, call me, whatever. And I said, you know what? I'll just call you and tell you it. I just thought it was no big deal. And so I call him. He doesn't pick up. He says, I can't talk right now. And I was like, you just were texting me. Like, why? And I could be really frank with him. And I said, and he called me later and he said, I say, can I ask you something? Why was it such a big deal for you to call me? And this is, like I said, this is not a romantic partner, nothing. Okay. But I know he'll give me the truth. He's a very, like, he's a truth teller type of man. And he said, when any woman says, I need to talk to you, that automatically scares the ish out of me. And I said, why? He's like, I think something bad happened. And I'm like, oh my God, like I freak out. It gives me anxiety. And I go, really? And I said, oh, are all men like that? Because I've noticed men are like that. If you say those words, like, can we talk? I need to, like, let's go out and talk about it or whatever. If you say that, then like they freak out. But I said, what did you think happened? Like what was going to happen? You know? So, he also said that in other relationships, when people do that, it scares them like the person is going to break up with them. So, I guess there are people out there that they just, let's say, want to meet with the person or talk to the person to break up with them. So they get scared too. So I want to put it out there for whoever's watching that might help you, Oh, okay. Got it, girl. Got it. Oh, okay, got it. Now I understand that. I thought you like literally said, because some people like literally say like, hey, can we talk? I need to talk to you or whatever. I heard that. Steven, are you on here? Do you have anything to say about that? Yeah, so it scares people, guys. So when it has to do with masculine energy, maybe go around that, or just say how you feel, and just say how you feel, not through emotions, just logically, like about what's going on, and ask them a question. Ask them a question about it instead of, like this whole, like, do it casually, even if it's face to face. Any comments, Stephen, about that? Does that happen to you? Like if a woman has told you, or like, yeah, if a woman has told you maybe, I need to talk to you, does that make you like, does it give you like a flight or fight response? Just wondering if you could share with us. I just want to know, because I've noticed that, and I've known that for a long time. Like, don't tell any man you wanna have a talk with him, like straightforward with that, because yeah, totally stressed. Depends on her tone of voice, I'm assuming. Tone of voice. Oh, okay. Hi, Anna. It happened several times. Yeah. So, okay, all the women out there, you got to navigate this with men. I know some of you, you're going to think like, okay, don't be straightforward, manipulate. No, men just, yeah. Well, that's a good one, Stephen. I'm glad you're like that. At least you notice, like you're probably really attentive about, what energy the person is holding. But I feel like for most men, they freak out. I'm not attentive with yelling. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I don't know. I've never like, I don't know. I'm not used to those type of, connections. Yeah. I'm not used to stuff like that. I'm not a yeller. I don't fight. I don't like fights. I don't like I can make somebody understand in this voice what message I'm trying to get across. but I know there's people out there, yeah, who like to yell. They do. I had a friend like that. Thank you. I have a friend like that, that when I used to hear her yelling to her ex, at the time he wasn't her ex, they were together, but they hadn't seen each other for a while or something. When I used to hear her voice yelling to him, like it would sound like the guy, like, I don't know, slashed her tires or something. The way she would speak to him, I'm like, why are you yelling? Like, you're giving me anxiety just sitting here. And I literally would walk away. She did that to me a few times. I'm like, next time you're with me, do not call him. Because all you're doing is yelling. Like, it was ridiculous. And she's one of those people that has a very, like, that thick voice. And like, she's a singer. She has a nice voice. And just to hear her yell, I mean, I'm like, too much. I can't hear that stuff. Yeah, for sure. Yes, you do. I agree with that. Or just like for a break, even if, it doesn't have to be a long time, but yeah, some people do love drama. But yeah, no yelling. But I just feel like even if for most men, even if it's not yelling, they're just like telling people, just if you say like, I need to talk to you, they're like, oh my God, what is she gonna say? Like they don't, because they don't know what it's about. Like they get a flight and fight response, that adrenaline pumping. So it scares them, I think. That's good. That's really good. That's a really good thing that you like your company, because you have to like your company. You know, you never know what life brings you. And secondly, you should like your company. That gives a great sign that somebody will like your company too one day, or love your company. Because if you don't like your own company, how do you expect someone else to do it? Does that make sense? But yeah, so guys, to everybody out there, all the women out there, if you want to talk to a masculine, don't use that verbal thing. We need to talk or something like that. Even if it's, I know. I know in a lovely world, relationships shouldn't be hard, but I feel like it's hard when two people are not on the same, two both don't value the same things. Okay, so that talks about also compatibility. Compatibility is so important in a relationship. I don't think a lot of people realize that. you know like I think some people are attracted initially to like opposites. You know how they say opposites attract, but if you really go down the line and you want a very solid, loving relationship with somebody, you need compatibility for that, something stable, or else it's going to be unhealthy. So yeah, let me see. Should I pick up on some more? Let me pick up on more intuitive messages, guys, for you before I go. Oh my God, my battery's going to die. Okay. Hold on 1 second, guys. I like these intuitive cards. Okay. So great, it's red. Yes. Yeah, I agree. Definitely. Okay, guys, I'm going to pull a few more intuitive messages. If it turns off, I apologize. Know that I love you all and I appreciate you all, okay? So let me see what else Spirit wants to say. Spirit, a few messages until we close out. Okay, guys. So I feel that for a lot of you within the next 2 months, that you're going to come out of any delays, confusions, and you're going to have a solution to a problem or problems that you have or issues. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. So, I feel like also some of you need to be really straightforward with people in your lives and tell them what you want exactly from a relationship, okay? It's kind of like you're going to be asked to do that. And probably this has to do with the Venus retrograde energy, okay? And some of you also, you're going to have to pull out your inner child and do some inner child wound work, okay? 83 might be significant to somebody listening, or 38. Okay. 12, you might be seeing 12. Some of you are going to work on self-improvement, and this is also going to help you a lot with your relationships. And also there's something about you, some of you, you might be stubborn about something. You might be stubborn in your own ways, and Spirit is asking you to be open-minded, okay? Because you might be putting a block around you energetically when it has to do with your stubbornness, okay? Oh, is that where it is? What time is it? Ah. 34 might be significant. 43 might be significant. Yeah, this is for everybody to come together in synchronicity, okay? So the flow will be better, okay? Family. So this is like a collective happiness right here. So also they said pay attention to your physical health at this time. So guys, try to walk in nature, try to exercise, whatever it is you can do. Move your body is what they said. And like, what was I saying all this time? To Sagittarius energy, dice. So look at what it says here, taking a risk. Okay. So don't forget that every time you get into something, whether it be a job, a relationship, a connection, you speak to somebody, whatever it is, you're going to have to take a risk eventually, right? And this also has to do with hidden emotions, deeper meaning, and true feelings. Okay, Cancer energy, the well. This is about bringing that out within yourself, your true feelings, your truth, whatever that is. Okay, hidden emotions coming to the surface, whether it be yours or somebody else's. So I feel like this is some of you, you're going to have to take a risk, and others are going to have to take a risk. If it's a connection, somebody else is going to have to take a risk too. Keep that in mind, guys, that even if somebody is insecure, they're not going to show it to you. Not everybody shows their insecurities. Not everybody comes out on social media and is like, oh, I don't feel good about myself because ABC, and this is what happened to me when I was a kid, and blah, blah, blah. People are not like that, okay? Most people are not like that. So think of you in a relationship standpoint, romantic love, if you have been through a lot, you've been hurt, you've been betrayed, you've been lied to, whatever it is, okay, and you're insecure about things like that, patterns, whatever it is, there's somebody else out there, and it could be the person you connect with, okay, that's going to have the same things, but they might not be telling you that, okay? Keep that in mind, right? Because a lot of people have defense mechanisms that they use in order to hide their feelings, okay? So we got a lot of fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and water energy. I mean, sorry, okay, that just came out, but air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, okay? So, yeah, guys. So make sure to balance everything out, take good care of yourself, love yourself, and oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your blessings. God bless you too abundantly, guys. Thank you all for being here with me. I really appreciate you all. And yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm in recovery, so I hope it gets better and better, and I could do more work and all that good stuff and be here for you guys. I appreciate you all, and I wish you all the best and many blessings to all of you. Thank you for liking, hitting that like button. I really appreciate it. And joining me today, and I give you hugs back. Thank you. Thank you. And I'll see you all next time, okay? Peace out.